There we go. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, welcome everybody to Harvest Moon DS. First and foremost, we get to name ourselves and everything. We're gonna name ourselves BSG. And then the rest we're gonna just input whatever as fast as I can. I should note that while we do this, I'm holding B while mashing with A. This will cause the text to scroll by much faster. It already saves a good chunk of time in the first bit. Get to see a bit of a cutscene between the Harvest Goddess, whom we're going to rescue later, and the Witch Princess, who's going to be the one sending her away. Now, there is no rune factory in this marathon, unfortunately. Yeah, the fight kind of just ends in a draw, and we get a cutscene where the Witch Princess, she's obsessed because the Harvest Goddess is so annoying. She's always there, and Joy shows up saying, "Ta-da!" That's just a pain. So next time she shows up, she's gonna use a spell to send her away. So as soon as the Harvest Goddess shows up, she uses the wrong spell and petrifies her. And then, you know, the Harvest Sprites, which are like the helpers of the Harvest Goddess, are going to be notably upset about this, of course. And they're like, you know, how should we know where she went? You were the one to send her away. Because, you know, the Harvest Goddess can't really get back here without, while being petrified. That's kind of the problem, mainly. Hey Jim, hey Mystics. Then she sends all the Harvest Sprites away, you know, because they can go look for them. And, you know, all happy. And she tasks us with finding them again, otherwise her life is going to be very boring. She doesn't want that to happen. And that's our job, basically. And the way that we do that is by rescuing 60 of the 101 Harvest Sprites. Now, I should mention there's also a 101 Sprites category that's been attempted by a couple of runners, but has never actually successfully finished, just because some of the sprites are just super tedious to get. Yeah, we get knocked inside, and immediately we rescue our first sprite. We get this one for walking inside of the Harvest Sprite place. And so we rescue Guts. The first of many Harvest Sprites that we're going to be rescuing today. Now, the Harvest Sprites are somewhat routed out to the point that there's not... Like, there's basically a specific set that I'll be looking for. There are like 2 or 3 sprites that we have as backups, in case, you know, I missed something or something goes wrong somewhere. Now, if not for that... Oh, we also get our second sprite, by the way. Channel 8. He was sleeping. That's a tutorial channel. I'll explain more about the channels in a moment. But, there's also gonna be a new route relatively soon, as we found a way to RNG manipulate the hidden water sprites. But as of right now, they're not routed out yet to the point that it's RTA viable. But it's very likely very soon going to be RTA viable. It's something we've been looking at over the past few weeks. We also rescue our second channel sprite, Channel 1, the weather sprite. And that brings me to the channels. There are 9 channels in total that we can use to get information about various things, like sprite locations, weather, shopping, you know, all that sort of stuff. We're gonna rescue a lot of them, but not all of them, especially Sprite 9, like the 9th day Sprite is really annoying. Also, we get the mayor here. I'm gonna be somewhat slow in answering him, because we're just gonna tell him to go away. That immediately saves, like, nearly a minute. That cutscene is way too long. Get to see our pets. We're gonna put one of them inside now. We're gonna do the other one once we're done with today, and just hope that he doesn't run off. They can get in all sorts of annoying positions, but we need to get to the mines first. Because our first order of business is opening the first mine and getting enough mithril to upgrade our tools later on. I need to talk to Flora. I need to talk to Carter. You guys have probably seen most of these characters that you're going to see in this one earlier already. And then we enter the mine, leave the mine, and enter again, and that will trigger this cutscene. Oh, there is kind of a backstory, but it's the same backstory as with a couple other Harvest Moons. Our father died, and we inherited his farm. And that's about it. Well, then there's the backstory of the Harvest Goddess, and, you know, how it's our job to rescue her and whatnot, but that's really about it, story-wise. Okay, so now comes the mine, and that's our first major RNG sequence in the run. We need to find at least 5 mithril. Actually, I'm going to start with the seeds. We're going to toss them out. We do very, very little farming in this, like actual harvesting in this run. There's very little of that. I think we harvest like 10 crops at, no, it's less. Like we're talking single digits. Like we need a bare minimum of 3 crops guaranteed. That's a guaranteed requirement. Most of them we're not even going to use, but most of the time I'm gonna harvest 2 so I have a backup, and so that I have something for the Winter 2 event. A lot of the first half is about the Winter 2 event. But there's really not a lot of harvesting gonna be. There is gonna be a lot of dairy. Like we're gonna get cows later on, and those cows are gonna give us milk. Because we need a lot of milk to sell for rescuing other harvest sprites. Okay, as we get deeper into the mine, we can find better materials. Everything here is useless except mithril, and we can't find mithril yet, but I need to find the exit. Hopefully in time. This is not going well so far. So far, this has been pretty mediocre RNG. Yeah, usually I try to look for all the open spots first. Because, you know, ideally we would fall down before needing to actually smash any of the blocks, and then I'm just systematically going through the floor. Was it in an open spot? Where is the... What? I'm confused. Where is the exit here? There's always supposed to be one of those gaps on every floor in the first mine. I am thoroughly confused right here. Oh, this is new. I've never had a run where I couldn't find it. This is actually pretty bad. Okay, we'll go down this way. That's really annoying. You can always use the how to look for the stairs. Usually it's around the other stairs, but you really don't want to have to do that. But I've never seen a first mine floor without an opening to the next floor. In later mines, that's pretty common, but not in the first one. You've had it happen before? Okay, fair enough. I didn't even know it was possible. I've never seen it in all of my runs. Found some black grass. Guess that's food in case I do need that. I may need the black grass in a bit. Actually, we'll keep it for now because it also restores fatigue. Okay, now that we're on floor 8, we can actually start mining. Floor 9 has mithril. Mithril can be found starting like floor 8, roughly. And then we immediately fall down to the bottom. This is really a bad mine. I really hope I can find enough mithril on this floor. Otherwise, we may have a bit of an issue later. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good measure. Okay, at least we found it. That was pretty bad. Or I would argue, really bad. I'm gonna immediately eat one of those yellows to kinda recover a little bit. So we need to pick up colored grasses as we go, as colored grasses will unlock 3 purple sprites later on, and I need to eat 150 of them in total. We then immediately try to run out of town, and that'll unlock another sprite. You can't actually leave the valley. Actually, I'm going to try to go into town through that path. That's what leads to Mineral Town. We don't really need the bamboo shoots. I also don't really need the stamina. The colored grasses are simply for the harvest sprite, and the flowers are for money. That is a little bit of early money. Now we're going to unlock the 3 casino sprites, which are hidden across town. Luckily, they're always in the same spot, so they're pretty easy to get. So the first one's over there, the second one is in the well over here. Not a lot of colored grass so far, but that's okay. The last one's over here. We also need the colored grass for something on Spring 12th, where we're going to increase the Doctor's happiness in order to trigger another Harvest Sprite showing up, the Friendship Sprite. But yeah, now that we have these, it's time to head back to the farm. We're going to sell a few things, I'm going to buy something at the supermarket, and then it's time for bed. Also, we still need to bring our cat inside. Very important we do that. So it doesn't really matter what we buy, so we tend to buy oil because it's the fastest obtainable item and it's the closest, and it's the cheap, or the fastest obtainable super cheap item. Hope that made sense. Okay, first day is done. Now we're gonna stall a little bit until it's Saturday. We specifically need it to be Saturday, and it has to be sunny on Saturday. It's not super bad if it's not sunny, but it will lose me some time if that happens, because that means I have to get the fishing rod later. Now, unlike in Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town that you guys saw yesterday, in this run it doesn't actually do anything to take the to carry the dog into bed. It just means that it's faster for me to put them back down, and we do need to put them, or we do need to pick them up and then put them back down every time. That's to increase their happiness, and if we do that often enough, it'll get us another harvest sprite later on. We'll be in part using the cat and dog for that. We'll in part do that through the cows that we're getting later. So we're gonna get some watering sprites here. We need to wait until noon in order to get the fishing rod, which is our next major tool. I'm gonna refill the watering can 10 times. That'll trigger another watering sprite to show up. These watering sprites aren't actually gonna do much, but they're nice to have. So most of this day is just gonna be finding colored grasses and cutting up some lumber. We want to have 100 lumber in order to trigger a lumber sprite, which is going to help us later on to get the others. We're only going to use one, and that one is going to trigger all of the others to show up later on. No, this run does not marry anyone. There are other categories for marriage, but the marriage categories are actually longer, because one of the requirements for marriage is rescuing the Harvest Goddess. So we tend to, generally speaking, not do the marriage percent runs. Right now, the only marriage percent run that actually has a time on it is for Lumina. That record was set 2 years ago during the Harvest Moon Marathon. Although all of them are fairly similar, because the requirements are mostly the same. They're just different heart events and different gifts and whatnot. Cut up some lumber. I should, by the way, say that those orange grasses that I've been picking up, yeah, they don't actually do anything. You can eat them and it doesn't do a thing, except it helps me trigger other harvest sprites. Do need to talk to those two real quick. I need to have talked to them before I can trigger the cutscene of getting the fishing rod, which kind of makes sense. I mean, they wouldn't give me a free fishing rod if they don't actually know who I am, so... This was my first Harvest Moon, so I've got a lot of nostalgia for this particular one. And I personally really enjoy it, actually. Okay, so this is the cutscene for the fishing rod. The town has a bunch of fields that aren't really anyone's, I think. Like, we can use them as farming fields. Some of them do better than others, some of them do worse. But we can use them to farm as well if I would want to. Hey, that's the fishing rod. With that, we're gonna head back to the farm. We're gonna immediately unlock a fishing sprite. Or rather, we're gonna go to bed and then unlock a fishing sprite. Yeah, they do, DDR. They do. So Spring 8 is another day with a lot of RNG, because this is the day that we go to the casino. But first we unlock Riviera. Now the casino, right off the bat, is one of the reasons why we want to use the US version over the PAL version. As in the PAL version, the only thing you can do in the casino is play a memory game. That wasn't technically counted as gambling, so therefore, you know, European laws and whatnot. But in like in this game, you also you have poker, you've got blackjack. But the main reason that we want to do it on the US version is because after you win, you have an option to try and double up your coins. Now, doubling up especially in the Harvest Moon DS, the Guy version, is quite tricky because they can also be the same. So there's like a flat 1 in 13 chance that you're gonna always fail because you never pick the same. And then in the girl version, luckily they fixed that, but that's not gonna help us too much here, sadly. I'll pick up this one. Okay, so this is where we're gonna trigger the next sprite as we cross the bridge. This will always happen starting Spring 8th as soon as you cross this bridge. There is a faster farm field that you can get later behind the waterfall, but it's not worth it to unlock it. Even in 101 sprites, we don't unlock it. Or, well, you can, but even in 101 sprites, there's not too much incentive to do so, as you don't really use it even there. There's a few potential uses for it in 101, but even that is, like, debatable at best. But it's kind of one of those hidden places that, if you use it, even in 101, we would only use it for getting more watering sprites, as the tiles actually stay the same there. But at that point, it's more worth it to go for basements, I think. Yo, Kara, thank you. This is a game I have world record in, yeah. Harvest Moon DS is not a particularly competitive Harvest Moon. The world record is sitting at 346, I believe, and like second place is 444 or something. There's quite a big gap there, which is unfortunate, but it's how it is. Okay, so now we have to actually wait for this place to open up, and we're going to use that time to get flowers here, pick up grasses, you know, do all of our usual stuff. Now we're going to try not to litter too much, because if you litter a few times, and it occasionally happens accidentally, you actually trigger a cutscene with the Witch Princess, and we want to avoid that. We want to prevent that from happening. It's actually already time to go in. We're going to finish this up first, though. Having those early flowers is actually tremendously valuable, as it's pretty much our only source for money in the early game. Okay, time for the casino. Let's see if RNG is in our favor today. The idea is pretty simple. We buy 20 coins and hope that that's enough. Playing poker gives us the best chance for good results. And that's how you lose a double up. I'm not going to double that up because it gives me more chances to play right now. Wow. And this is not a good start so far. And there's that same that I mentioned, the flat 1 in 13 chance that you lose regardless. Okay, that's better. At least now we have points to play with. Nice, that's 600 coins right there. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was actually going well. We need more coins still. We want to have 1,000 for the teleporting gem, which will allow us to teleport over town, and that just saves a ton of time. We want to have enough coins for hiring sprites later. It's very important actually, because we won't have money early on to do that, so we use the casino for it. And we need coins for certain seeds. Could really use RNG not screwing me over here. Yeah, to this day, there doesn't really seem to be a better way to get the coins early enough than the casino. Doubling up is a risky but necessary play in that. I should have just taken the 640 coins. One more double up and we probably would have had enough, so I figured I'd risk it. This is a very high risk, high reward kind of thing, sadly. Come on, really, game? I keep losing it exactly at the wrong moment. I don't think that's going to be enough still. No, that's not enough yet. We can get the pendant here. I can get those, but I need those yellow seeds for 1,000 as well. Big. We almost have enough. Ooh, that's very unfortunate right there. Oh, come on, game. That one was on me. Okay, this should actually hopefully be enough. Getting those pineapple seeds here saves us having to get the pineapples in summer 2, basically saving us a month, an in-game month. It's actually quite a decent amount of time. Also gonna hire the fishing team to work for us 7 days now, and then immediately another 7 days. Teleporting necklace, teleport over there. We sell all of these flowers. We don't actually need and the others as well. In an older route, we used to also get the cabbage seeds there, so we needed an additional 500 coins. But we managed to route that out, so that we don't need it anymore. And now we're just gonna sleep until spring 12th. This run really doesn't get started until we reach winter. Once we reach winter, things are gonna start taking a lot more time, because that's when we're really gonna do most of our sprite unlocking. But first things first, we're gonna go to the doctor. See, it's his birthday today. We're gonna give him colored grasses one by one. He thanks us for remembering his birthday. And because it's his birthday, every grass will give 5 times the normal amount of happiness, meaning that even giving them again on the same day is worth it, which it normally never is, because it only gives you 1/3 of the normal amount on if you give another one. Giving me +3 instead of +9. But because of it being his birthday, it's actually worth it this time. Now, actually getting those colored grasses out of the menu can be tricky, though. Okay, there we go. So now we're just going to stall for time until it's nearly summer. So this is the happiness sprite, channel 7. As a funny little side note, all of the channel sprites are actually named after the planets, with Pluto being channel 9. And there's actually a category just for unlocking the 9 channel sprites. It's called All Channel Sprites. It's a miscellaneous category. And it's actually longer than the Harvest Goddess run, because for that particular run, you need to sell 100,000 of a crop that you made. The most effective way of doing that is milk, so effectively that run is 3 hours of just milking cows. It's really silly. We thought it'd be a fun little meme run to do at one point. Let's just say I'm never running that again. It's very painful. Yeah, as with any good Harvest Moon speedrunning, there's a lot of sleeping. Our farmer is just as lazy as the ones from, you know, pretty much all of the other runs that you've seen this weekend. A lot of rainy days. Starting the 27th, we're going to look for a sunny day so I can actually walk around a bit. If tomorrow is sunny, that'd be great. How much money do I have right now? Is that enough for the rucksack? I'm not sure. So this is what I meant with getting sprites for picking them up and putting them back down. This one we get for doing so 50 times, and then there's also one for doing it 350 times. And picking them up 350 times might sound like a lot, but that's going to happen quite quickly, especially once we have the cows, because that gives us 12 a day. So the idea of this one's going to be pretty simple. We're going to cut some lumber, get as many flowers as we can. That goes over there, otherwise I don't have inventory. I really need the backup, right? Oh, we do. We level up the milker later on. We actually use a glitch called Milker Glitch to get to get a lot of milk very, very quickly. It effectively grants us like 5 sprites, and it takes about 15 minutes to set up the glitch and another like 10 or so to execute it. Getting those 5 sprites any other way would be much, much lower than that. I don't know why it's called rucksack and not backpack. Just what the game calls it. $13 more. We can probably... Actually, let's go over here first. Check out these fields. You can see that after a month, everything's completely overgrown with weeds and whatnot. So it takes some work sometimes, but... Getting all of these colored grasses now is worth it, though. Finding these later on can be kind of annoying, because half of the places are already overgrown with weeds, so we aren't really able to get any. So getting them now is just the ideal outcome. Yo, Ice, thanks for the good luck. We also nearly have enough lumber. Uh, 1:40 p.m. We need to hurry up a little bit, because I do need to go to the supermarket still. Being 4 lumber short right now is actually fine. Let's sell... no we don't. Let's sell those. Sell that. Off to the supermarket. I hope I have the money for it. It's gonna be really close. That bag upgrade is really convenient to have here. May use another day to get a couple more colored grasses. I'm definitely debating doing so. There's plenty more to get over here as well. As well as more flowers. I think that should be enough flowers that we have the money to buy whatever we need still. At least for a little while. Okay, there's our 100th piece of lumber. Which means we have enough of that now. And we have over... Or we have slightly over 100 pieces of grass. Which still means I need another 50 before the end of the run, but good progress at least. Okay, on to summer. Now, ideally, I'd planned the pineapples on on the last day of spring, but since that would trigger a cutscene, and I really don't want to have that cutscene, we're gonna do it on the first day of summer. Now, normally I would only plant 2 of each crop, but because storms are a thing, especially in summer, we're gonna actually plant 2 of them. And that's really just a safety measure. I need to have at least 1 pineapple, but ideally I want to have 2, because with a second one, in case the mayor asks for it on Winter 2, I do have 1 of those as well. So it just makes my job slightly easier there. Now we have to go out every day and actually water these things. Fall is a bit easier in that, because that crop grows very quickly, but pineapples take 20 days to grow, which is basically the majority of the event, or the majority of the month. Luckily though, outside of that, we don't really have to do anything except for collect some more colored grasses by the time the month is almost over. What we could do, though, is rehire the fishing team in a moment. I'll use that time to upgrade some tools. I should have also kept one bamboo shoot and one of each of the flowers, but too late for that now. Oh, fantastic! We're already on 50 fish. Cool. So there's a sprite for having fished up 50 of the fish. That's one of the reasons why we hired the fishing team. Apparently, they've already done that. That's real convenient, actually. Let's sell that. We can sell that one. What day is it? Friday. Friday is a good day. Let's start upgrading this one. So we need to upgrade some of our tools to mithril later on. Pretty much required. We're not going to be able to go around that because getting a mithril tool can unlock a sprite as well. But right now we're just working for the mithril sickle sprite. Before we can get the mithril sickle sprite, we first need to use it often enough. And this is one of the few tools that I really don't want to have to upgrade during winter. Because you get more experiencing for actually using it to get rid of some of these weeds. As you can see, we now have a lot more options for what to do with the team. Or for teams to use, rather. Not all of them can actually do anything, but... I don't really have the money to buy another bag upgrade. So back to bed. Dog. Cat. So these are the kind of cutscenes that I was talking about. If you walk outside of the house the day before a festival, and we weren't really going to go around that this time, we get a cutscene telling them, yo, tomorrow is this and this festival. You don't have, in this case it was you don't have any chicken, so you can't participate, but we hope you can participate next year. You know, he's way too cheerful, basically. But we don't care for her festival. So we're not gonna go. There is a harvest sprite for participating in 3 festivals, but we would actually have to participate in things. And that actually takes quite a lot of time. We considered routing it in, but we never really found 3 festivals that we can consistently participate in without losing a heck of a lot of time. So that idea never really got anywhere. It's still on our list of potential sprites to route in the future, but we'd first have to figure out which festivals and how to do so, and it's a pain, basically. Oh, did I not update that? Thanks, Kiara. I realized I forgot something, I just didn't know what it was. Apparently I forgot to update the FFZ button. Ah well. Once we have the pineapples, we just pretty much time-lapse towards the end of the summer by sleeping every day, not really doing anything. But it'll be a while before we can. Yeah, the crops like that, with the 3 little things that I've got going there, that's pretty much all the farming you're gonna, or at least all the harvesting you're gonna get in this run. Just harvesting like 3 pineapples. Same with 2 bell peppers and a single cabbage later. This is the season with the most active crops on our farm. Okay, so this is our first storm. This is essentially why we were growing more than 1 crop. Because there's a chance that one of our crops got destroyed just now. None of them did. They all survived. Not Harvest Moon, it's Moo. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see the cows show up later. So this is the next festival. This is the Cow Festival. This is our theoretical 3rd festival, except we don't ever get this late into summer too to actually participate, and we can't have cows by this point. So it's not, it's technically our 2nd festival, or 3rd festival option, but it's really a non-starter. The other 2 being the Cooking Festival and the Harvest Festival. Yo, RDV, you could say that again. Very intense harvesting here. So normally I wouldn't have to go out today, but since the crops are actually done, let's harvest. As soon as I sell that, it will trigger another sprite to show up. This is why we needed the pineapple, the cabbage, and the bell peppers, because all 3 of those crops will spawn a sprite like that. So now we're going to wait until a little bit closer to the end of summer, because we're pretty much done here. The main thing is we want to get more colored grasses again, just like in spring, as well as a few other things. And I can also buy some more helpers for the farm. Get the fishing sprites back on it. Now, there is a specific reason, actually, why we try to kind of wait until it's at least a sunny day. Which for summer isn't a problem, but for spring and fall can be. Because if I use a tool on, or while it's raining, it'll not only use stamina, which it normally does, but it'll also use a certain amount of fatigue, meaning we tire very quickly, or at least much faster. The same will go for if it's snowing later, but by the time that that comes into play, it's not really an issue anymore. Because by then we have health regenerating things. We also really only want one of those red ones. We don't want to eat those. Those are poisonous. The other grasses in summer, though, are really good. Really just the red ones that we really need to avoid. Okay, and it's time. We can go in here. Uh, 7 days here. We're slightly too low on coins, but not enough to have it be a problem, I think. We'll have 90 left. Yeah, I can buy the additional 100 or so coins, or 500 or 50 or so coins that I need. Not really an issue. That's too far away. I check this field still, because this always has a lot. And then it's time to go into fall one. Supermarket. We buy another oil. But this time we're also going to buy the last bag upgrade. Yo, Dark Sky. And hello again, Matt. And with that, we're in fall. Half a year has already passed. We're gonna just destroy these crops real quick. Now this season we do actually need to do some things. As in more than just looking for colored grass or you know, the usual sort of things that we do. As we want to start working on our sickle relatively soon, getting that upgraded towards Mithril. We won't immediately do that. I'm going to wait until there's A, a little bit more stuff to cut down, and B, until at least our bell peppers are done. Because we don't want to do it too early. But the sickle really is one that we want to have upgraded as soon as possible. In an older route, we used to also upgrade the how to mithril, which just speeds up something else later on, but it's not really worth it in the end to do that. Or at least it's very debatable whether it's worth it. So we ended up deciding again, or we decided against doing so. The sickle is definitely our priority, though. But the advantage of using bell peppers here is they grow by one stage every other day. So these are really quick to grow. They're also one of the fastest regrowing crops, so they're great for making money if you can actually keep them up for a long time. Especially if you can get them at a high level, which is a lot of time to set that up. It's definitely not viable for a speedrun. But casually speaking, if you can get high-level bell pepper seeds and then plant them in a basement, you can get so much money out of that. Just because of how fast they regrow. Casually, at some point, I was doing that with turnips and leveling them up. At some point, I was like making $1 million a day on average or something. This is that harvest festival that I was talking about. We're not actually going to go to it. We're going to keep one. We're going to sell the other. That triggers another harvest sprite. Ooh, greenhouse leveling pineapples. Yeah, that takes forever. They yield a lot of money, but it takes forever. And they take too long to regrow as well, if you ask me. Today was Harvest Festival, so we'll wait another day. I'm letting some days pass, mainly to ensure that we can also do some shopping at the supermarket, which has its own benefits as well. So on the bottom screen, you can now see a counter going up for the sickle, which is currently at 240. We need that at 400. As soon as we hit that, we can upgrade it to mithril and we're done. Yeah, above a certain level, it just stops being worth it. Like, turnips was relatively quick because they're very easy to regrow, and they only take 4 days to grow. They don't yield that much money, but once they get high enough level, you can make a lot of money out of them anyway. So that's what I did to get money casually, and it works very well. It's just not viable for speedrunning. Even for the glitchless route, you can't do that. So Sunday, not worth it to do anything. Supermarket is closed on Sundays anyway. We're closing in on Mithril already, so at least we've got that going for us. Yeah, I do really like the mechanic of leveling crops. You can actually level them up, and higher level crops will yield a lot more money. And it's like exponentially more money as well, so a really worthwhile thing to do casually. Yeah, that's what I meant with exponentially more money. Just makes it a really good thing casually. Even if it's not speedrun viable, it's still very cool casually. Okay, so this time it's raining. We don't go outside on Tuesdays because the supermarket is closed anyway. Wednesdays we would have, but if it's raining, we don't. This is probably the last day that we'll need. We're already sitting at 355. I'm very quickly increasing here. Yes, it does, rehab. It does. If I had a refrigerator or, you know, the equivalent for whatever I'm buying, it would put it in that. But since I don't, it just puts it in my bag. Okay, that's 400. I'll get the supermarket done, and then we should be good. And I think I have enough grasses as well, so I don't think I have to go out to buy more of that, or to get more of that. Oh, you can say that again, Incoherent Orange. Say that again. Forget-Me-Not Valley has fantastic delivery services. Can't complain there, that's for sure. We do have to go out one more day towards the end, and that's to hire the fishing sprites to set us up for a money glitch. Most Harvest Moon runs struggle a lot with money. This particular run, not really. Like, it does have some things that we do need to bear in mind regarding money, especially in the early part of the run. But we get plenty of money very soon once we manage to trigger the money glitch. Yamagetsu, this is a really fun Harvest Moon to run. There's actually a decent amount of glitches as well, which are mostly just quality of life glitches. And it makes the Harvest Moon DS male version, which has the glitches, about... I hope I'm saying this correctly, about 2 hours faster than the Harvest Moon DS Cute glitchless equivalent. Because Harvest Moon DSQ'd is basically the same run, but then glitchless. And it's literally a 2-hour time difference. So a lot of those glitches are just quality of life stuff. I'm gonna wait one more day. I am gonna save here. Because there is another RNG point coming up relatively soon. Okay, so 28th. Use the axe. The axe we need to upgrade, right? Quickly double checking that. Yes. Yeah, the main reason for it is the glitch that we're about to do, which is the money glitch. And it's actually a really easy glitch as well, because it's mostly passive. Like, we mostly just need to set it up and wait. So we're going to do that in a moment. That's also why we need to wait outside this time around, because we actually have to wait for... well, yeah, it's almost winter, so... We need it to be winter for this particular glitch. No, they were patched in the PAL version. This is correct. This is one of the main reasons why we have to run the US version. The glitch that I'm about to do, the money glitch, is still in the PAL version. So technically, like, the PAL version is runnable. It's not that much slower, but the milk glitch got patched. So it's really mainly the milk glitch that we would have to worry about in the PAL version. And that's what makes the PAL version not runnable. The first edition of the route that we used would have been possible on PAL. Wait, I don't have the coins right now. No, 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 no. Go away. We do not have the coins right now. I need to buy some. I need to buy about 50. That's 500 gold, but we sold enough flowers earlier that we can afford that. We have just enough here. We're going to hire the fishing team again, but this time I'm going to put them on the beach for 7 days. Buy at the supermarket again. We need to do this 10 times. This is the 9th. Or at least it should be. And we're going to save here. The saving mainly has to do with weather. We need to manipulate the weather in such a way that we do not have a storm on Winter 2. Oh, right. I can save here. I'm going to take this step by step. That has nothing to do with the milk glitch. Sorry, buddy, but that has to do with you winning festivals. If you casually get higher level milk, it's because you, because of winning festivals. I have seen, like, slightly higher level, but not as high as 23. Okay, Winter 2 is snowy. That's not ideal, but I can make it work. Now comes the second part of the trick here. Milk glitch hasn't triggered yet, but that's okay. Oh, okay, then never mind. So this is the second RNG point that I was talking about. The mayor asks us for something, and what he asks is random. So here he's asking for a green dumpling, and there is no way that I can get that. So we load the save. Sorry. So we load the save and we go outside again, and we keep doing this until he asks for something I can give him. He asks for a golden egg. There is no way that I can get a golden egg. There just isn't. Most of the time he'll ask for something easy, but sometimes he asks for something ridiculous. Marmalade, that's not as difficult to make, but heck no. I don't have this sort of stuff. Is it faster to accept? No, it's faster to reject, I think. It's about the same, actually. There we go. Now he's asking for a white grass. That's very easy to get. White grass is one of the most common things he asks for, and it's one of the best things he can ask for. Okay, there we go. We have ourselves a white grass. Oh yeah, he passed plenty along the way. I mean, there's right here on the path, but I mean, this is fine. No, I'll take it. But now we just need to stall for some time. Which is relatively easy. Supermarket is closed, sadly, but you just eat grasses for a bit. And do some upgrading of my axe, now that all the other grasses are gone. Yeah, we just saved anime. It's all good. So you just cut these pieces one by one. And this is mainly to help me upgrade the axe. We have to wait till 5 anyway. The supermarket is closed because it's a Sunday, so I can't do that. This is where the main downside is, that it's snowing. It means my stamina drains faster, or rather my fatigue increases faster. So it takes me a little bit longer to do everything here. Not a major issue though. We could eat the orange one earlier because it doesn't do anything anyway, but most of the others do something. It's not worth it for me to go for the stone pieces. We have sprites doing that later on. I should check. Yeah, okay, we have them helping. How much longer? 5 more days. Perfect. Like, this really is all about just upgrading the axe. Now, hopefully, we'll trigger the money glitch once Winter 3 comes around. It's ideal to get it up by the time Winter 3 comes around, because if we get it then, we can immediately start all the other sequences. If we don't, we may have to wait up to 5 days, because the character I need for it only appears in town on the 3rd and 5th of every month. Speaking of which, please tell me tomorrow isn't a storm. No, perfect. Don't need the peach. Don't need the bell pepper. Those. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. We do need the white grass. Okay, that is 70 grasses, or no, 80 grasses eaten. We now need to eat 70 more. Okay, what time is it? 30. Yeah, we have enough, I think. Really, do we? The 61. Yeah, we have plenty. We have plenty. Almost time. Okay, now, Winter 2 event successfully completed. This is one of those sprites you can only unlock once a year. But if we fail this, we would have to literally wait a year, and there's just no way that I can wait that long. We get a piece of golden lumber. Now, the unfortunate downside of gold lumber is it only sells for 1. It's worth, you have to buy them for 100,000 each, but they only sell for 1. So it doesn't really do much to sell it, but whatever. Yeah, we spawn Oran, the leader. This is the first leader sprite as well. I guess I haven't explained that, but every team has a leader. Oran is the leader of the lumber team. So he and the mayor get into a fight, we break it up, and, you know, Oran is gonna leave. Well, I'd like to think that it's just a block of wood but then gold-plated or something. I don't really know. Ooh, we also unlocked Channel 3 because that was our 20th sprite. Like I said earlier, we need 60 in order to unlock the Harvest Goddess. Also, Morning Aura. Despite it only selling for 1 though, we are selling it nonetheless. And we triggered Money Glitch. So you may have noticed a certain really weird looking amount on my bank account. Like it's like 300 million or something. Welcome to Money Glitch. Wait, did we actually pick these up? We didn't. Golden lumber barns shouldn't ever collapse. This is not the PAL version. I'm playing a US version of the game because it's faster. we have to use an NTSC exclusive glitch later on, as well as the casino being faster on this version. Not by much, but still a bit. Oh, no, the fishing glitch that we... Okay, so I guess I should explain the money glitch real quick. What we did just now is a money glitch, which essentially boils down to... we have sprites fishing on the beach during winter, and that, for some reason, has a chance of giving us a ton of money. But it works on both the PAL and NTSC version of the game. Like, it works on either version, and I don't really know why it happens, it just does. We buy the basket, we buy a bit of oil, toss that in there. Yeah, it's the pirate treasure that glitches out. But whenever you fish it up, it doesn't actually give the same result. It has to be the sprites. Okay, there's the last grasses sprite. Okay, first off, the blacksmith. We're going to get the milker. The milker is one of our most important tools. We're going to get the brush. We're going to upgrade the sickle to mithril. That's step one. Then we're going to get to the woodcutter. We'll buy a stone shed. We need both a stone shed and a lumber shed, which we can just buy by this point. And then we're going to go to the supermarket. And this is where we'll be a little bit. I'm going to buy as much oil as I can get my hands on. And this is to trigger a sprite that you get for 5,000 items sold, as well as a sprite for 1,000 items sold, as well as the horse, which you get for selling 1,000 items. So this takes a little bit, but we do need enough to sell. And this is just the fastest way of getting enough items. A full inventory is about 3,000 items, so we do this like twice and that'll give us enough. So in the older route, we actually used to go until 30,000 items total, which takes a lot of time. Nowadays, we don't do that anymore, though. We only go to 10,000 items total. You don't need the money glitch per se. There are other ways of making money, at least from a casual standpoint. They're just not fast. Okay, my bag is full. That's all for now. I only needed to do that a few times, because we need to do some shopping again. So first up, we're going to go in here, trigger this sprite to show up. This is Jet, and he's someone we can buy records for the music channel. And then we're going to talk to Van, from whom we're going to buy body geysers and turbo jolts. That's basically all of the energy items I need for the entire remainder of the game. One of them restores my stamina completely, the other restores my fatigue completely. Combine the two and you've got a pretty powerful combination. So now we're going to buy some records here. I always want to get at least summer memories from Save the Homeland. These are songs from other Harvest Moon games, and I think it's really cool that they added them in like this. And by buying 5 of them, we unlock the music channel. Now, remember how we kept being somewhat short on coins? Yeah, we just do this now. That should do. I think I'm gonna hire the fishing team one more time. Only for 3 days. This is mainly so I can get the lumber team set up later. That's 1,000 items sold. Now we go for 5,000 items. Yes, oil. Lots and lots of oil. Yeah, all in all, we're actually in pretty good shape so far. Almost done buying oil. We should have enough to get to 5,000 pretty soon. It doesn't matter if I go a little bit over. We still sell about 1,000 milk later. And in doing so, we get pretty close to 10,000, which I'm still going to get later on. So if we buy a little bit more oil than we need, then that's okay as well. Plus we'll have nearly 1,000 lumber and 1,000 stone to sell, which is even quicker to get than this, but they're only limited. Let's hope that's enough. Is. This is what I meant with we should be pretty close. We'll just sell the rest and then get ready for the next part. I may have bought a little bit more than I needed. It's okay. Means it'll be easier later on. Because this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Okay. Oh, we're slightly too early. Yeah, see, the next thing, and this is something I wouldn't ever recommend anybody actually doing, is we're going to be drinking a bunch. Oil because it's the cheapest item, and because it's then the top one. The price doesn't really matter, except for early on, but because of that, I've just grown used to using oil for it. We're going to do this until the next sprite shows up. This takes about 5 minutes, as we need to drink 50 drinks. That's why I said I definitely don't recommend trying this at home. Yeah, it's literally just the number of items that matters. We don't care at all which item in particular it is, we just need 50,000 of an item sold. Or of items in general sold. Like, early on we go for where we buy oil, mainly because it's the cheapest, because then money still matters. Past that point, which is kind of where we're at now, it really doesn't actually do anything anymore. Like, right now it doesn't matter. More like 100,000, but we use milk for that. It's actually fastest. Well, you also need 700 times shearing and 700 times milking with touchscreen glow. That part does take a while. Although, you don't actually have to get any wool from it, I believe. I think Desert was the one to do some research on it, I'm not sure. Somebody did some research on it, and it turned out that you don't actually have to shear getting anything, so you can use that over and over, which speeds things up a lot. Should be almost at the amount we need. I mean, let's be fair, the guy just threw away a whole year of his life. I can kind of understand why. I mean, we have basically been doing nothing with the farm for a year. Run's going alright so far. About as expected. Hope your nap was okay, dude. Now we're actually gonna have to wait a few days. We're gonna go to Thursday. And once it's Thursday, we're actually gonna work on some tools. Well, I'm glad you are. Glad you got some sleep at least. Even if it's just a little bit, I can imagine it still makes a huge difference. Oh hey, we got another orange sprite. This one we don't actually need to trigger, I'm just trying to get the axe to be able to upgrade that. Also, I should quickly go check on the harvest sprites, whether they're still at the beach. Okay, this is their last day at the beach. That's okay. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, got the woodcutter to build a lumber shed from stone. It's my house, I can vandalize it if I want to. Oh, this is not a great day for a storm. Okay, I have to stay out for the harvest sprites anyway. Because I do need to start on that. There's the mithril sickle. Knowing Gots? Probably Gots, let's be fair. It's Gots for... Although, if it's a building or something in the way, he'll just tell you that there's no room because there is something in the way that he can't remove. So I'm not too sure about Gots either on that. %7 left. I'll pretty much start upgrading this one immediately after we're done here. Oh yeah, and he can demolish it as well if you want him to. Just takes him a day to do so. Let's immediately upgrade the axe to mithril. And gets rid of them as well, yes. Okay, Monday being sunny. Great. That's actually the best possible weather to get today, because we can go till 11 to get Gots again. We're gonna start not upgrading the watering can, and after that we're gonna start triggering Milk Glitch. I kinda wanna have the watering can done first. So this is another interesting little glitch. If I refill the watering can, it will actually upgrade how well it does, and this is the fastest way to do this. Except it's not going to show on the bottom screen until I use the watering can like that. You'll immediately see it make a giant jump in percentage there. This is the fastest way to upgrade the watering can. So we can do this quite a lot to get to the level that I need it to be. We're almost already on gold. This is how fast the watering can goes, and this is kind of why I wanted to go for the watering can before doing Milker Glitch. We still need to upgrade the watering can and the fishing rod. Those are the two tools we still need to do. before we go for that, we're first gonna build the pond. There we go. The pond, like, technically we don't really need it for much. I just need it to be there so I can throw in the fishing rod once. That's all we need it for. I don't want to waste my time till 10 so I can get the lumber team again. Oh, right, we still didn't have the horse. Now we do. We tell him that we'll keep the horse and name it a random name. I will very soon. We're gonna do the milk glitch in a moment. But the milk glitch takes a few minutes to set up. When I say a few minutes, I mean like 15. First I want to get the watering can to max, and then we're gonna start on milk glitch. The thing is, and that's why we kind of wait with milk glitch for a bit, milk glitch is useless until I have 3 barns and can get my cows. Because without cows, there's nothing to milk, and therefore no point in using milk glitch. We trigger it before we get the cows, but there's really not much to it. Like, there's no real benefit right now, essentially. That's why I prioritize the watering can instead. Oh, for milk glitch in particular, I just need the milker. I don't really need any specific items to start setting up the glitch. But you'll see in a moment. We're going to hire the lumber team one more time. Same reason as before. Because they're slow enough that they do need 2 weeks to do this. But this will unlock a ton of harvest sprites. It's Wednesday, so we can just go to bed. Wednesday isn't a particularly useful day to me. Thursday, and another sunny. We've been getting pretty lucky with the sunny days. It doesn't save that much time, but it does save a little bit, so... Nice. Pond is done. Our axe is done. And I'm gonna see if I can trigger one to show up already. This is just to speed up the rest of the process a bit. So this is the purpose of those orange sprites. They just help me unlock more orange sprites. Another one. Oh, I might end up not needing them for the full time this time around. I actually got a lot of orange sprites already. Not enough yet, but orange is one of the few teams where we unlock almost all of them. Okay, that's that done. So now we're going to set up Milker Glitch. So Milker Glitch takes a while to set up, and here's why. Essentially, I'll show this screen real quick. If you look at the bottom screen right now, you'll notice there is a bar for the Milker. And as I use this thing, or rather use it on nothing, you'll very, very slowly see that bar fill up. Now what's supposed to happen is the bar is supposed to fill up, it changes to level 1, and then it empties again, and you have to redo that over and over and over to get it to a high level. However, in the US version of the game, you can actually overflow this bar and get to level 99 very quickly. And the benefits of that are actually pretty big, as for each level that you have, you get 1 additional milk every time you milk a cow. So let's say you have level 5, you would get 6 milk every time you milk a cow. If you have level 99, you get 100 milk every time you milk a cow. That's essentially what we're going to do. We're going to try to overflow that so that we can get 100 milk per day per cow. With 10 cows, that's 1,000 milk a day, which is all we need in order to trigger the sprites to show up. And we do that all while we wait for Gots to get ready to build us a barn anyway. I figured it was their day off, I wasn't sure. We're gonna start buying animal sheds here. What's that? I don't know that glitch. The answer is no, therefore, but not a glitch that I'm aware of. Morning, Kiko. Huh, I didn't know that. Does it actually give you a lot of milk, though? Because if not, then it's still not useful. Because we need 1,000 milk, and to my knowing, this is the fastest way to do it. Because we need the 10 cows anyway. So you just get... hold on. I'm gonna actually try that, because I don't know this glitch. Oh wait, I don't have the touchscreen globe. Never mind. Something I'll have to look into. I mean, like I said, it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. Because we mostly do this during downtime. Brush and switch to milker. Okay, but it would only give me 1 milk. So it would still not be useful then. That's an interesting one, though. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, that would make a huge difference in all channel sprites. Like, that's a very useful glitch that I didn't know that would change up all channel sprites completely. And not by a small amount either. I'm trying to think if that would have uses for Harvest Goddess %. I mean, it would definitely cut like 2 hours out of Harvest Goddess %, so like you definitely got my interest with it. And it would also save time in 101 sprites, actually. Oh, heck no. Unless there is something found for the purple sprites, heck no. Like, the main reason I don't want to do another all sprites run is the purple sprites, not these. For the real test. I think they've cleared up enough, so I don't need their help again tomorrow. I'm gonna mention that to one of those sprites in a bit. Yeah, it could potentially be. Like, there is definitely a few categories for which that would be useful. Yeah, that's fair, but even then, it would still be useful on some categories. I don't think it would be particularly useful for any %. Because like I said, in any %, we need 10 cows anyway. Okay, on Thursday, we're gonna have to wait again. Because on Wednesday, GOTS is closed, so it's not worth it. Ah, this is a nasty storm. This is a really nasty moment for a storm. But yeah, definitely an interesting find there. But yeah, that was not a glitch I was aware of. Oh, the stone sheds shouldn't be able to collapse. Like, only lumber sheds are able to collapse. Or at least I've never seen a stone shed collapse in a storm. So either I've been getting stupidly lucky every run, or it's not possible. Or at least highly unlikely. Yeah, but the versions that it would be, or the runs that would be viable on need to be done on NTSC already anyway. I just find it interesting because it's a glitch that I hadn't even heard about. But hey, I guess that's how we discover new things, right? And it'll be useful for some categories at least. We just hire the fishing team here. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the run. Or at least the game. Need one more animal shed, I think. That should be the third one. Materials 2. Shed. Then we still need to buy 3 bird sheds later. Could have gotten a touchscreen glove there, in hindsight. Ugh, another storm. I may have to start triggering Milker Glitch sooner than I would have liked. Yeah, same goes in the US version. That trick still works. We're gonna place it over the. Where's my fishing rod? There. Come on. Aim, please. Okay. I just wanted to know if the fish was ready already. I don't have to. I have tools. Or I have potions. So it doesn't really benefit me to use the extra stamina that much. Like, we mainly try to do it during downtime, when I need to wait for guts anyway. Yeah, we've not been getting too lucky with the storms, sadly. Oh, that cutscene put the dog. Doggo, come back here. Yeah, stamina management really isn't much of a concern. Just because we have so much downtime anyway. It's not enough to do everything, but it is enough to do most of the stuff we need to do. Fine. And that's why we have 3 of our tools already on Mithril, of the 4 that we need on Mithril in total. And our milker is already halfway done, basically. I could also try and buy the cows today, if that place is open. I think it is. Trying to think whether it'd be worth it to do that now already. I guess we could. Oh, I also still need to buy cabbage seeds. I guess we'll do that next time we're at the tree. Or maybe I should just do that today. No, I think we'll just do that next time we're at the tree. That's slightly faster. We only need to grow 1 cabbage anyway. Well, we're over halfway. I think I'm gonna actually wait a little bit longer still. So we need 3 bird sheds. That's to trigger our 60th sprite. We really only use it for the very last one that we need, and no others. It also doesn't really matter where I place them. Okay, we have to start triggering milk glitch. Actually, what I'm going to do first is check one more time. I know we just checked, but... I do need to keep them fishing. We need more fishing sprites still. Much as I may hate to admit it, we do need more fishing sprites still. I'm debating whether I should get the orange team one more time. I may have to look up whether I have all of them, or at least which one I'm still missing. Because I have quite a few already. Don't know if it's going to be enough. I'll do this real quick just to make sure that I actually have enough medals. That should get us through the remainder. I think we already had enough, but in case. Okay, I think we now have to start triggering Milk Glitch. So this is where we're going to just spend some time on triggering it. We have about 3 sprites that are... or no, 2 sprites that are ready to be unlocked. Simply by the press of a button. Which is the water sprite that we have ready to go, and the green sprite. We're at 39 sprites right now, with 2 more being a button press away. So technically we have 41. But my main priority now is the watering sprite. There's also a red sprite that we unlock as soon as we buy the cow, so that's 3. And then there are all the sprites from the milking and the brushing and the, you know, all of that stuff. And I still need to look for the hidden water sprites. That's why I want to have this done now. Almost there. Almost there. Just pay attention to the milker bar on the bottom screen, where it's gonna go away in a second because I still need to refill stamina a couple more times probably, but... That's when you'll see what we mean with milker glitch. Oh, close right here. Come on. Heal one more time. Well, we'll have to heal one more time once the glitch is actually going, but... Oh yeah, this is from Save the Homeland. Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. I just love this song too much. Okay, hope you guys are ready. Now you can see the leveling happening. Every level means we get an additional milk every time we milk. You can probably see where this becomes useful. Yeah, the bar is supposed to reset, but for some reason it just doesn't. And thus you get this result. I'm gonna heal up. That's our last heal. Go. Now let's go to level 99. I guess we could start buying the cows, actually. Maybe we should. Yeah, I think we will. Why not? Okay, 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Six. 7. 8. 9. 10. That's our 40th sprite, and our first red sprite. Not really, because I have to move between the barns every day anyway because of the heading ones. Like, there's more sprites than just the milking sprites that we get through the cows. We also get the brushing 100 times with touchscreen glove, petting 100 times with touchscreen glove, talking to them, that sort of stuff. How many cows are in here? Way too many. Okay. You go out. There's way too many cows in here. There's 3 cows in there currently. Looks like 4 in there. There should be 3 more here. Did I put a 4th fodder down here? Good. Okay, last 2 remaining cows. I mean, we only needed the bell once to get them inside, so, you know, it's not really worth it. And the brush. So now we need to do this 100 times, which means 10 days if you do 1 per cow per day. Yeah, that's a jingle you're going to be hearing a lot, or rather the first few seconds of it. Okay. So this is just something we'll keep doing for a bit from now on. Just brushing, petting with touchscreen globe, and then talking to the cows. Because every time we do that, it adds a happiness. And we need quite a few in order to get the yellow sprites that we're aiming for. And then once they mature, we'll milk them as well real quick, just the regular way. That'll already immediately, like, that's one day and we have enough to get the milk we need for all of those sprites. Okay, moving on. Third day that we do this. 10 days in total, so we'll get there. And the basic idea as well is once we're done with the petting and, you know, milking and everything we needed the cows for, we just sell them again. We can make, so we don't have to feed every day. You can make it work out in such a way that you don't have to do that anymore, because you can just keep them. But it's kind of hard to time that properly. I think in my last run I did end up keeping them. Yeah, my last run I did. But we still have quite a lot of stuff to do, so I don't think I'll have the time for that this time around. Yeah, my last run I built 5 barns instead of 5 chicken coops. That was kind of an issue. And so we're back in spring. First things first, that means we're gonna plant exactly a single crop here. Oh, right, the watering. I was like, wait, what sprite is that? But that's because of Mithril watering can. We hadn't actually used the Mithril watering can yet. Yeah, that's where our single cabbage is gonna be. We need to sell a single cabbage. Yeah, starting the 2nd of spring, we can start working on the other sprites again. Because then that's when I can have Gots build our 2nd chicken coop. We need 3 in total, so I can get 10 chickens at the end to trigger our 60th sprite. We just do that while we need to wait for other sprites anyway. Okay, 4 days done. 6 more to go. The next day we'll actually get 2 new sprites. Bird shed is finally finished. I missed brushing that middle one. Ew. This should be the 50th. There we go. That's our first sprite for brushing. And one for touchscreen glow petting. The other 2 we're going to get in another 5 days here. 5 more in-game days. But it's nice to have these at least. Get those rocks out of the way first. Lumber here out of the way. Oh, that works. Feasible. That works. Okay, sprite number 44. The green leader sprite. So now comes the RNG part that is basically the one that I was talking about earlier, where we're looking into new routing options for this, since we have figured out a way that we can potentially RNG manipulate. Can I still fish something up? Still not enough. Really, we're gonna also do those. But as of right now, we don't have a way of getting them yet. The hidden water sprites. We need 2 of the 3 hidden water sprites. I don't need all 3 of them, but we do need 2 of them. Now, while we're busy here, we're also going to be looking for the 1000 squares watered sprite, for which I need, well, water to water 1000 squares. We'll be returning here basically every day to re-water fields, get us closer to the 1000 mark. I mean, that field is 66 squares, so it does add up. Oh, we're still filled up with health. Okay, and I triggered a cutscene I didn't mean to trigger. Whatever. Need another bird chat. Our second one. Okay, see, rain is actually kind of a bad thing right now. That means I can't re-water those 66 squares that we got ready earlier. It's fine though. We just need to get those sprites eventually, and we will. We're around 45 right now, Kiwi. I can check what the exact number is. Hold on. 44. We have 44 of the 60 sprites that we need. Now the cabbage that we're working on outside of the building here is 1. That will put us to 45. The cows will give us approximately 6 more. So that'll be 51. 3 water sprites puts us to 54. And then some smaller miscellaneous ones. Like 1,000 items sold, for example. Really would like to get some more fishing sprites still. So it's kind of... like, it feels kind of RNG whether we get them or not. But we'll find out in a moment. We also still need to upgrade the fishing rod at some point. That's another pretty big one. Ugh, 2 rainy days in a row. I think we can get 2 more fishing sprites plus the fishing rod, so I think it's 3 of those. We'll find out. Actually, it's not 6 from the cows, it's 7 because of talking to them. Like, the regular talking to them is another sprite still. This one, we need 3 more days after this of just brushing and petting. After that, we're going to be completely done with the touchscreen glow. And that in and of itself is already quite a help. Like, the touchscreen glove is one of the more time-consuming things to do. It kind of has to be done. It's kind of part of what we need to do here, but it's still one of the more time-consuming ones. Fishing sprites, can you not hurry up? Why is it taking so long for you to get enough fish fished up? It's really not that many fish that they need to fish up, so... The second bird shed, we're gonna order the 3rd one today. Okay, today is a fun day, though, because our cows are finally mature. That means we're gonna get the milk today. You'll see a lot of sprites popping up at once. This is basically what we've been setting up so far. Okay, if it's with that glitch, then that would explain potentially how you got the higher level milk. That I wouldn't know necessarily, but I could see that being a thing. You guys are ready, because now comes the fun part. Well, first we have to feed the cows, but... Milker and teleporting gem. The first one. That's for 300 of them. Channel 4, which is sell 400 items of an item that you produced. For which milk will count, and milk is the easiest to do it with. For 500 items sold, or for 500 milk or wool rather. Yeah, it pretty much is. And that's 1,000 milk. Yeah, that's 4 more sprites right off the bat. This is not really salvageable, sadly. Even though I do kind of need it to be salvageable. That's a thing. I need to water 1,000 squares, and I can't do that if I don't keep up with the bigger ones that I already have. get to watering. I'll do it from here, actually. Works out better with the size of this particular square. Doesn't seem to be any hidden water sprites, but at least we can get closer to the 1,000 squares watered. I mean, we still do need that, even with the new route. Although once RNG manip is ready, instead of doing that, we'll be able to RNG manip all 3 of the hidden water sprites, and we can cut this out. But it's not at a point where that's viable right now. Did I put GOTS to work? I forgot to put GOTS to work. Whoops. That was one of the main reasons for doing that in the first place. Good job, me. That... No, the... Okay, there we go. Although one of... It's not actually... Yeah, the thing is, Kiwi, and that's why I haven't gotten it done yet, I still need to route it out for my particular DS. Like, I need to set a time, get the manipulation working, and I just haven't had the time to actually do so. Once that's a thing, we can RNG manipulate it and cut out the hidden water sprites. Or, well, speed it up a bit, rather. I don't even think the time save for it will be that massive. It'll save a bit, and it'll mostly cut out some RNG. That's the main thing. Hello, Mr. Goat Guy. I'm sorry, Recalled. We only have cows here, we don't have any goats. That would work too. Now for the other half of this. Try and get this entire square done before the day is out. See if I can actually make it. Right, I guess Flutz kind of has the title of Cow Master. Like, Zeta makes a very fair point here. The watering of it is going to be very fast. I just need to set everything up. Okay, watering can, let's go. Not there. There we go. That's one. That is one of the 3 hidden water sprites. So now I just need to... I will finish, or I will water some of the remaining squares. Mainly on account of getting closer to the 1000 mark that we need, but that's one of the big 3 out of the way. Still in time to call gods. Oh, they're closed. Oh, whatever. Apparently they're closed today. And Sunday means we can't sell the cows today. We'll have to do that the day after. This is the last day that we have to do the cows. Or at least the last day that we'll have to use the touchscreen globe for it. Thank you, Region. Yeah, run's still going alright. We're slowly closing in on the end here. Last day of touchscreen globe, so we get like 2 more sprites today. Found one of the 3 hidden water sprites already. Could be close to the 350 times talking to it. Okay, there we go. We do still need to upgrade the fishing rod. That's one that kind of concerns me a little bit. We haven't even started on that yet. Nine more sprites. I'm gonna start here. Because again, I just want to get closer to 1,000 squares watered, and this is still a very effective way of doing it, even if some of the squares don't count anymore. Just because of the sheer volume of squares that do still count. Oh, come on. There we go. We finally got another fishing sprite. That's 52. Oh. My next goal is this particular field. This one very often tends to have a sprite as well. Plus, it's a very big square without too much very quick growth of plants and whatnot, or weeds and whatnot. So it's a relatively efficient one as well. Not there. Let's buy that remaining bird shed. Oh boy, the rain here sucks. But, you know what we're gonna do? Since it's raining and we can't actually do any watering, I actually have an easy solution for it. We're just gonna use our time to upgrade the fishing rod instead. We do need to wait a little bit. Oh wow, I can even almost bring my How to Mithril. I don't know if it's worth it by this point. I don't think it is anymore. Like, if we really end up being desperate for the remaining water sprites, then I might go for it, but I highly doubt it's going to be worth it. Put on some music. Okay, 8 more. What I can do, by the way, I just realized, and I should do, talk to the cows. As it gets us closer to 350. Okay, so one more fishing sprite. That's 53. Get one more through shopping related things. You know what? I should actually start with these. If I really can't find the hidden water, or the last hidden water sprite that I need, then there are backups. And this way I should be able to resort to them if necessary. But For that to actually be an option, I will have to get the 1000 squared one. That one's absolutely required. We're just going to water as many squares as I can real quick, and then just go back to bed. That's the general idea, at least. See if I can water 100 or so squares a day, and then just head back to bed. At least on days where, you know, I don't really have that much to wait for anyway. Like this next one. Doubt it, but I'm gonna check regardless. Yeah, didn't think so. That. Almost done with this square, and we'll see if we can find a hidden water sprite here. We were able to find one more, that'd be really, really good, and we'd be in good shape here. Is that the hidden one? This could be the 1000 water squares, actually. What's his name? Everon. I think that's a hidden one. I'm checking that. We need to rescue 60 harvest sprites in order to rescue the harvest goddess. Oh. Everon is a secret? Fantastic. In that case, we're actually in really good shape. Okay, we're gonna buy a bit more oil. Isn't going quite the way I wanted it to. Is this to get 10,000 items shipped? We should be sitting pretty close to that. I think we ended up on like 8,000 earlier. There we go. That's 10,000 items sold. We pretty much have most of the big ones that I was looking for. We need 6 more. Now, one is the cabbage, so we'll get that no problem. If I can get the second chicken coop, that'd be 2 more. Really wasn't hoping. Okay, there we go. That's 55. $1,000 squares watered, 56. That one's 57. Gonna be close, but we should be able to make it. If I were able to get one additional fishing sprite still, that would be quite helpful. I don't know if I can still make that happen. There is the water, 1,000 squares watered. Something I wanted to check real quick. What I thought. We don't have Rosh. That's where we can get an additional one. Shouldn't take too long. If we don't have it by 11, then I'm hiring the orange team. Take care of it for me. I'm hoping I'm close enough that I don't have to do that. Like I do. $56 guts. Oh crap, it's a festival. Or are they just closed on Saturday? Are they open today? They're open today. I'm not entirely sure anymore if it matters, but that's what I thought. Okay. I need to skip some days. This might look counterintuitive, but I have to make sure that the lumber team gets active as soon as possible. I think with that, the cabbage is a very important one. Because that's 57. We can get if we can get Rosh, which is 500 small rocks with the hammer, that'd be 58. If I can upgrade my fishing rod today as well, and we buy the chickens, then we should be done. And this is actually, this is really close to record pace. Don't know if it's close enough. It depends on how quickly we can get the fishing rod to Mithril. I think we might be able to. If we can get the fishing rod to Mithril in time, because the orange team will take care of the rest, and then I just have to buy chickens. Is that correct? Mithril fishing rod is one. Orange team with rocks, so Rosh is one. If I'm smart, I'm keeping this one, by the way. We'll stay outside till 11. That'd be 9 minutes there. Yeah, it's gonna be very close. But I need to get this fishing rod upgraded today. That's my best shot. Glad I realized I was still missing Rosh. I want to see if I can time out how long this would take. Yo, purple. So if we have it by the 40-minute mark, can we do that all in 4 minutes? It's sleeping 5 times, that wouldn't take very long. Breaking a rock, that wouldn't take very long either, and then buying the chickens, that would take... it's gonna be very close. If we get it by 38 or 39, we might be able to world record. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if it is. I think we're gonna miss it by a hair. I don't know that we have enough, Yeah, no, we're on 332. What if I buy the chickens today? Would that work? No, we'd have to feed them. Like, the problem with buying the chickens today is that I would have to feed them, and I think that would waste more time. Otherwise, we risk them dying, because they don't survive 5 days. No, we're not gonna world record. Pretty close, though. Not a bad run at all. Definitely sub 4, so I'll take it. Around 359. We still do need to wait for the chicken place to open up. That takes about about a minute and a half already. And this one's still too far away from being done. Yeah, this is why we didn't want to go into summer. You can see right here that like we finish it way before summer. 19% still. 15. 12. 11% left. Could be possible without a heal, I think. Yeah, we may get the music to change, but Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Poultry farm is going to open. There we go. There's our sprite. Two more. This will be the first one. One more. Yeah, it's gonna really come down to the wire. I don't know that I have enough time. Super close. The last sprite we need is buying 10 chickens. Actually, world record is a 346. No, this is world record. I'm pretty sure this is world record. Because this is 344, 345 pace. I think. I think poultry opens at 9, right? I hope it opens at 9. If it opens at 9, then we're good. Is poultry at 11? If it's at 11, that's a different story. Because that adds a minute. It's 25 seconds per in-game hour, so... We'll wait till 10. I know the market is 9. $11 per wiki? Okay. Poultry opens at... crap. I thought it was 9. Okay. That adds 50 seconds in total compared to what I thought. We should still have enough time. This is really coming down to the wire, though. This isn't going to be record by much, if anything. Come on. Okay, 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 'Come on. Nice. That is world record by less than 30 seconds. Let me spawn her in here. That's record. Wow. That is world record by 29 seconds. Alright, let's give her something she likes a little bit more. How about a flower? that was it. So yeah, that was a lot closer than I thought. World record by 29 seconds. That is surprising. I was not expecting that anymore. Like, we were so close. I'm glad I realized I was missing Rush still, one of the orange sprites.